going to talk on a topic this morning. I call it setting a new course, I think. As I started thinking about where we're at in creating our new year and what we've been through these last several years, I brought to my mind, as I thought about the explorers, the sailors in the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th centuries. These guys had a life expectancy of about 20% of regular, and it wasn't much to begin with. But then they take off on a ship out in the vast ocean. They had a course. They had an intention. But they couldn't have any idea of where they were going to end up or what they were going to find when they got there. But there was something exciting, fulfilling, enriching about charting a course into the unknown. And we can bring that forward a little bit to the 17 and 1800s. The pioneers in this country gave up comfort in a city, but thinking there was something maybe better. They take off down a trailer. They set a course on a trail, but they had no idea where they were going to end up, what they were going to encounter on the journey. 13 people got together in the back of Arches Glass building down here on January 16th in 1901. They were used to going to the Congregational Church in Sebastopol, but they decided that was too far to drive the buggies and ride the horse every Sunday morning, so they were going to do it here. They set a new course. They had no idea what they were going to wind up with, where they were going to end up with. But they were willing to step out of that safe place they had in Sebastopol. And 5 years later, they bought this piece of ground. And the next year, they built this church. And it wasn't for themselves. There were 13 of them. They would have been quite sufficient to have a little building like this back part of this room right here. 3 years later, they built the hall. Way more than they needed for 13 people. They built it for us. And all the people that have come since 1901. And in all three instances, the old sailors of the 14th, 15th century, the pioneers of this country, and the charter members of Church of the Oaks, there was a common denominator that all of them had as they took off on a course of unknown. And that common denominator was hope. I read a poem a couple weeks ago, and I just left it on my desk. And I wanted to include it because I knew there'd be a perfect place for it, and right now is the perfect place for it. This poem is by Richard Schiffman. And Richard is a good poet, except once in a while he gets a little carried away with painting this picture with words. And the picture has so much beauty and so many cool words in it that sometimes the beauty of the picture kind of overshadows and distracts from the wisdom and the beauty and the profundity of the fact of the poem. So I'm going to read you part of it. I'm going to skip a few lines because it just gets weird, but I'm very colorful. Doesn't have to do with my talk at all. Hope is not about some future meadow. Hope is no triumphal march towards some brighter, bloodless field. Neither lighting a candle, nor cursing the darkness, nor calling the glass half full. Hope is this half-empty tumbler turning cartwheels above the chasm. You, for example, poised above your own private precipice, bruised and bloody, sifting through the ashes of 10,000 burnt offerings. I'm going to skip down. Hope is not an appetite for this or that coincided future. Hope is the present seeking itself, the present unlearning the past, agnostic of the future, breathing in its chains like the sea. Hope is the present. We have no idea what tomorrow is. And I think that this by setting a course in something that's what do they call it, unlearning the past, and setting a new course, therein is the hope. And it's the adventure of the journey, not the destination. We have no idea what the destination is going to be. But we can look at the journey with hope that every day is new adventures, new opportunities, new ways to feel hurt and bruised. We may have never hurt that way before. And we may have never found love that way before. We have never cried so hard before. And we have never felt so connected to each other before. So as each one of us set this new course for this brand new year, may each of us have hope in every present moment. We can all hope to win the lottery and all, but realistically, I hope that tomorrow I have a chance to feel a little bit of pain. I hope that tomorrow I have the chance to feel a new kind of joy, to see beauty where I've never seen beauty before. Tomorrow I hope to begin a new relationship, a new friendship with someone I never knew before. And in doing so, expand my whole world. Expand what I know, expand what I'm able to share, and what I'm able to receive from somebody I've never met before. We're going to have the 121st anniversary of the formation of this church in 3 weeks. And the people that had that first meeting, they set a course. No idea where it ended up. No idea how they were going to accomplish building all this stuff, building a congregation. But they set the course. And that course included daily new experience. Daily new expanded awareness. Daily new understanding. We have that same opportunity. And we got Google. They didn't have anything. We got everything that can assist us in ways that they didn't even have a clue would even ever exist. But their course, the course of the pioneers, and the course of all the old sailors that traveled all around the world, that course included the good of the rest of humanity, to bring about something better for society, to bring about new opportunities, new experiences. And they didn't have Google. We do. We have the world at our fingertips. And when we set our course for the enrichment of life in our community, quite frankly, I don't think there's anything that we can't accomplish within the scope of our imagination and our desire and commitment. It's a brand new month and a brand new year. And each of us has the ability to set a brand new course for destination unknown, for experiences unknown. But they will be experiences unlike that we've had before because we're on a different course. We're on a different tack. And I think we have a real, what would you call it, leg up, an extra bit of stuff on our side, and that extra benefit that we have is the awareness that we possess the presence of God within each of us, the power of spirit, the ability to have acceptance and empathy and compassion for our fellow human beings. Every one of us is on a unique, special course. It's right there for each of us to trot down the road on. The only kicker is you have to decide, seriously decide, choose to actually set and follow that new course. And what better environment to set that course and begin than by holding hands with each other. Right here at this Katali Heritage Landmark, that we are Church of the Oaks. Happy, peace-filled, love-filled experience for 2022. And so it is. All right, let's sing What a Wonderful World.